guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I say this every few months, not even every few months anymore, like it's been years since I've done my last video and so much has changed and I've been meaning to do this for the longest time. There are so many updates and even this year there are so many more updates to my life. So I thought I would just sit down and have a little catch up and kind of just go through what's been going on. So if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you'll know that I actually moved to Singapore. I moved down, I think, April 2023. So it's been pretty much almost 2 years now. So much has happened, and it's actually crazy how fast time flies, and you really don't realize until you look back, which is kind of why I wanted to make these videos, these little vlogs, because I wanted to be able to look back and just remember what's been going on. I do a lot of content on Instagram where I kind of share more about my life as a Pilates instructor, just Pilates content in general, but I just thought YouTube would be really nice to be able to talk more about other aspects of my life, and I do get quite a lot of questions on Instagram that I don't really get around to answering, so I thought if there was anything that I wanted to talk about, it'd be easier to talk about here. The question I get asked the most is like, obviously, why I moved to Singapore. And there are a few different answers for that. The year before I decided to move down, I came down to Singapore to do my ICCB with Stott. And coming here from KL, by the way, I'm from KL. And I loved my experience as a Pilates instructor in KL, but I kind of just wanted to experience something new. When I came down here, I kind of realized that wow, there's actually a lot more going on in the Pilates scene in Singapore. I found a studio that had a really good balance of being kind of like a fitness studio. They do group classes and it's obviously fitness focused, but they really emphasize on like the Pilates principles, do a lot of in-house workshops, and like we really get mentored a lot on how to help our clients in very specific ways. So if our clients have injuries, if our clients have certain goals, how are we going to help them achieve that as Pilates instructors? I love that I found a studio that had a blend of both. Another big reason of why I decided to move down actually was because I really wanted to live somewhere outside of KL, especially in my 20s, and experience like a different lifestyle. I mean, Singapore is not that different, but just be able to like live somewhere else for a few years before I settle in KL. I grew up moving around a lot as well. I was born in South Africa. I moved around. I didn't really stay in one place for a very long time until I got to KL. My parents have also grown up that type of way. I think I've just grown up seeing that way of life, and I really wanted that experience for myself as well. I also get asked a lot about my living situation, and I got really lucky with the apartment that I ended up with. When I first moved down, I remember how stressful it was trying to find a place because I moved down around the time where there was this like surge in rental prices like crazy. People were increasing their rent for the same apartment by like $1,000, which is like kind of unheard of. I'm obviously very lucky to be able to have my own apartment, but I just thought if I'm going to be paying so much, I'd rather pay a lot for somewhere that I really love. I can show you guys around a little bit, but I feel like I might do like a whole separate video on the apartment if that's what you guys are interested in. So when you come in, it's like the bathroom, and then I've got the kitchen over here. A little messy right now, so just ignore everything. But I think why I loved the apartment was because it had really tall ceilings. I have a little loft upstairs, and I spent a lot of time in the kitchen, so it was really nice that I can like have it open so it looks over the living room. And then I have my living room space here where I also spend quite a lot of time. Again, it's like the super high ceilings, which I really love. Got the bedroom. The bedroom also looks out onto the balcony. And then the loft upstairs, I had a vanity up here and I really wish I did like a lot more with it, but honestly now I'm kind of just using it for storage. And I do come up here sometimes to like get ready because I had my, I used to have my vanity up here, but I don't really use this space a lot, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, this is how it looks from above. Obviously I wish I've done more stuff with the place, but you know, with rental apartments and it's just temporary, I don't want to invest too much as well, knowing that I'm not going to be here forever. Another thing that I've been doing a lot of since I've moved to Singapore is that I've been doing a lot of courses. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that last year. I think I did like 8 different workshops and courses, and I really enjoy doing the workshops and courses. I think The misconception about being a Pilates instructor is that you just do your course to be certified as a Pilates instructor and it stops there, but that really isn't the case. There's just so much to learn. Last year, I did all of my advanced teacher training courses for all the equipment, and I also did another pre and postnatal course with Caroline Anthony. I feel so lucky because I managed to get her on her last kind of tour of Asia before she settles in the US. I also did like a really quick scoliosis workshop with Jillian Hessel. What else did I do? I did an online workshop with Nikki Lal from LA, and she trains a lot of professional athletes. So that was about Pilates for professional athletes, which I really enjoyed. And I also did ISP with marathon master instructor Pablo Vera. That was so much information, almost like information overload, but I really enjoyed learning with him because he really took his time, even though there was so much to get through. He really took his time to answer all of our questions that we had for our own clients and like how we could help them. In terms of like practicing Pilates as well, I kind of got into a little bit of a rut last year where I was trying to work. Obviously, I'd moved to a new city and I wanted to work as much as I could. And I love seeing my clients come in and get and see how much they progress and how much stronger they're getting. But I realized I had been falling behind because I had not really been prioritizing my own practice. So I started doing a lot of my own PTs with some instructors. I was doing some sessions with Julie from the studio. I really love her sessions, and then also doing some classical Pilates as well. Just going to more classes in general, doing my own practice, and I've been really enjoying that. So I definitely want to keep that up a little bit more. Kind of filled you guys in on everything that I wanted to update you on. I thought I would take you guys along with me for a little day in my life. And if there's any questions that you guys want to ask about, maybe my move to Singapore or just anything that I didn't really cover enough of, just comment them down below and I'll try and answer them in the next video. The microphone I see on TikTok, it's so much more glossy and more microfoamy. So can you please share how you do that? I'm just making like an avocado tuna mash. I know it sounds a bit gross and it looks a bit gross, but it's so good. My mom used to make this for us when we were little, and we would have it with like chips and stuff. I'm gonna do this, an egg, some cucumber, and then maybe just some sourdough. I just got to the studio. I'm at the new bar studio today, which is one of my favorites. It's just so pretty, and I just feel so lucky to work here, and the equipment's great. So I'm just gonna do 3 PTs here first and then head over to the other studio and do the group classes there. So I'm just gonna set up before my client gets here. If I've got a bit of time, maybe do some admin work. Let me show you around. The entrance, this is the new bar studio, which is our newest branch. Fresh is doing like a month-long pop-up here, so there's loads of fresh goodies everywhere. It really looks like a fresh store in here, but I just love the entrance. It's so pretty. And then we've got the group room in there, which someone is using now. Lockers are over here. And then this is the private room where I take my private clients. Performer with towers, and then Cadillac. We have the Coraline machine from Balance Body as well, barrel and chair. I just got to the other studio. I'm just helping cover some classes. So I've got chair class, reform class, and then another chair class.
I think it's fine.
home. I just finished my last group class and then came back home and made myself a quick dinner. I'm just gonna watch some Netflix and just unwind. I feel like living alone, I have to watch something while I eat, which is like, I kind of want to get out of that habit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any more questions about the move or anything like that, let me know. Otherwise I'll try and post a little bit more consistently. Like I said, I've got a lot of updates happening this year, so I really do want to just make sure I'm doing this a bit more regularly. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon.